Doesn't it feel great to be alive? What's up, YouTube baseball fans? Hope all you guys are having a awesome Saturday and a great weekend so far. By the way, guys, happy beloved Saturday. Happy Sunday Eve. Hope all you guys are just chilling, babilling, FIFA fulfilling. But anyway, guys, I thought we would have a very unique and interesting episode in tonight's episode. So therefore, guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome back to a very special edition of Main Event Baseball with Ryan right here on YouTube. So guys, in tonight's episode, we are going to look at the Boise Hawks overall record in none other than the Pioneer League, because heading into this season, it will be year number 6 that the Hawks are in the Pioneer League. So we will look at the overall record in the Pioneer League starting from 2021 and ending last season. And then we will have some pretty unique but exciting news out of MLB. Okay, so like I said, the Boise Hawks' very first year in the Pioneer Independent League was all the way back in 2021. Now, don't get me wrong, the Pioneer League hasn't always been an independent league. And a matter of fact, prior to 2020, the Pioneer League was actually a level in minor league baseball. It was a rookie affiliate, or rookie advanced, the lowest level in minor league baseball. Then COVID hit, and the Pioneer League went from being a minor league to an independent league that is ran by Major League Baseball. So 2021, guys, the Boise Hawks went from the Northwest League and being a low-A team in minor league ball to becoming an independent league. And this year will be year number 6 that the Hawks are in the Pioneer League, and it will be year 6 that the Boise Hawks are a independent league team. So a little background, guys. We're going to look at the Boise Hawks overall record every single year in the Pioneer League, going back from 2021 and ending last year. And then after all of that, I will announce to you the Boise Hawks overall record in the Pioneer League after their first 5 seasons. So our very first year, guys, was 2021. The Boise Hawks' first year in the Pioneer League was 48 wins and 47 losses. Also, that year was a very good year for the Hawks in the Pioneer League, because the Boise Hawks would go to the 2021 Pioneer League Championship, and they would end up bringing the Pioneer League Championship Series right here to Boise, Idaho at Hawks Memorial Stadium when they played host to the Missoula Paddleheads. Unfortunately, guys, after losing game 1 of the championship, forcing a win backs against the wall for the Hawks, the Boise Hawks were able to come back in game 2 and even the series at 1 game apiece, forcing a winning take-all game 3, or in MLB terms, a game 7. And that game was also here at Hawks Memorial Stadium. The Boise Hawks would lose that game 13-0. And in 2021, the Missoula Paddleheads won the Pioneer League Championship against the Boise Hawks. Now, since 2021, that has been the only postseason appearance for the Boise Hawks in the Pioneer League. So just giving you a little rundown on that. The very next year, though, was 2022. And that was the worst year that the Boise Hawks had in the Pioneer League. 2022, they would finish at 30 wins and 66 losses. Again, the worst year the Boise Hawks actually had in the Pioneer League. In 2023, they would have a way better year at 49 wins and 47 losses. In 2024, they would be pure dominant and get 52 wins and 44 losses. And then last year, the Hawks finished at 48 wins and 48 losses. So I'm going to go back to 2024, which was 2 seasons ago. The Hawks that year were 52 and 42 and 44. That is 52 wins and 44 losses. Now, you would think that year the Boise Hawks would end up going to the postseason. That was actually not the case, because there were 3 teams in 2024 that actually had a better record overall than the Boise Hawks. Therefore, the Hawks missed the playoffs in 2024 by 4.3 games. But, guys, that year, the Boise Hawks would be a dominant team at home. They would have a .591 winning percentage at home. It was kind of the road record that kind of got them out of the postseason picture. And then, guys, last year, the Boise Hawks were under a new manager in Cash Buchum, guys, and we would end up at 48 and 48, finishing with a .500 winning percentage. However, still missing the playoffs. So now you're wondering, Ryan, if you add all 5 of those seasons up, what is the Boise Hawks' overall record total in the Pioneer League? Well, I am happy you asked. The overall record for the Boise Hawks in the Pioneer League is 227 wins and 252 losses. Unfortunately, yes, it is under the .500 winning percentage, guys, but this season is a few months away, and it will be year 6 for the Hawks in the Pioneer Independent Baseball League. They are under a new manager in Sean Persky, guys, and we already have a couple of returning players. But also heading into this season, we will have new opponents, as there are 3 new teams in the Pioneer League this year, all 3 in the state of California. So there you guys go. That is the Boise Hawks overall record in the Pioneer Independent Baseball League, guys. But before we get into some unique and pretty cool news out of MLB, guys, I want to share with you all about all the teams in the Pioneer Independent Baseball League. All right, guys, so the teams in the Pioneer Independent Baseball League, we're going to start with, well, the biggest state in the U.S., California. So last year, there were only 2 teams in the state of California. That was the Oakland Ballers and the Yuba High Whalers. Now, entering the 2026 Pioneer League season, they have added 3 new teams to the Pioneer League. And like I said, all 3 are in the state of California. So entering the 2026 Pioneer League season, there will be 5 Pioneer League teams in the state of California. Now, what's really interesting is you're going to believe, you guys are not going to believe where the next state in the U.S. has the second most teams in the Pioneer League. Remember, state of California has 5. You would think it would be like Idaho or Washington or Oregon. But the second state in the U.S. that has the most Pioneer League teams is actually the state of Montana. The state of Montana has 4. They have the Glacier Range Riders, which is in Kalispell, Montana. That is about 3 hours away from the Canadian border. Then you got Billings. Then you got the Missoula Paddleheads in Missoula, and then the Great Falls Voyagers in Great Falls. So state of Montana has 4 Pioneer League teams. Now we're getting down to the state of Idaho where we are. The state of Idaho has always had 2 teams in the Pioneer League since 2021, and those 2 teams are Idaho Falls and the Boise Hawks. The Idaho Falls Chuckers were always in the Pioneer League prior to 2020. They were a low minor league level with the Kansas City Royals. Then COVID hit, and the Pioneer League went from becoming a rookie level in the minor league to independent. So Idaho has 2, and then the state of Utah has only 1, and that only team is in Ogden, Utah. So those are all the teams in the Pioneer Independent Baseball League heading into 2026. The 3 teams that are new to the Pioneer League this year are in California are going to be in Modesto, California. They will play in the minor league stadium from last year. Last year, Modesto was the low A level of the Seattle Mariners. Then you got the Long Beach team. They will be playing at the Long Beach Dirtbags College baseball field. And then we have a travel team that actually, as of right now, is going to play at a local junior sports complex because they actually cannot find a city or a place that will host them. But that could vary. The travel team in the Pioneer League.
What's their name?
They don't have a team name.
No.
It's just, and that's what's interesting, guys. They literally don't have a team name yet. Probably after this season, they will eventually get a team name, and that team will be coming to Boise 2 times this season. So those are the 3 new teams in the Pioneer League. And so you got 5 in California, plus 4 in Montana, that's 9, 11. So there are 12 teams in the Pioneer Independent Baseball League. And there is a state from last year that lost Pioneer League baseball, and that was the state of Colorado. They had 3 teams. They had Rocky Mountain Vibes in Colorado Springs. They had the Northern Colorado Owls, and in the Grand Junction Jackalopes. And Colorado now does not have any more Pioneer League baseball. So that is really sad and unfortunate. But there you go, guys. Now we're going to turn our attention to some very unique but exciting news from MLB.